Hello, Jordan.
What's up, Michael?
Fear, anger, and stress. 1 to 100. Go.
Fear. Oh, man. It would have been so different if this was yesterday.
It's today.
Today, fear is... I'd say it's all pretty low. Fear is the lowest. Anger is the middle. And stress is probably the highest. But like all relative, like it's not all like I'm in a good spot. That's just like if I'm ranking those three from best to worst, that's where I'm at right now.
They're all better than your average right now.
Yeah. And I always forget, like, I know we do the numbers, but I always forget which numbers I chose previously. So I don't really know where I am on that scale. But like it's relatively low for me.
Good.
What about you?
I'm good. All is well. What are you sipping on?
Beet, carrot, and mint.
Mint.
And ginger. And ginger. Beet, carrot, mint, and ginger.
I love ginger.
Yeah, I love ginger too. My wife isn't the biggest fan. Like, I'll make juice for her without ginger because she doesn't like the ginger. She didn't think she was going to like the juice at all. When I was saying, like, I want to get juice, her brain went to, like, kale and celery. Mm-hmm. And I was like, no, that's just poop water. That's not good at all. But like carrot juice, beet juice, and then like you could put whatever you want in there, but with a little mint and ginger in there, oh man, it's amazing.
Yeah. Ginger, you can overdo the ginger. It gets pretty spicy, but I both enjoy the taste and the placebo that I get from consuming ginger. It just feels like my immune system is
boosted.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah, and I like the kick. Like I like that spicy kick too. I like the a little throat burn. I like it.
Okay. That's good to know.
I put a lot of ginger in.
That a baby. What else?
Man, that's it. Oh wait, hold on. I'm trying to remember if I added anything to my notes because I didn't do it before this. Let me see one sec.
Oh, don't you worry. I got a real list.
Oh, there's one thing, and I think we spoke about it. We spoke about it last time about how you have a juicer, but you buy juice. Like
no.
You have a juicer, but like sometimes you'll buy beet juice or stuff like that.
Oh, yes, I see.
But then last time you were talking about how insane it is, the mini Oreos, like the cost per calorie is just ridiculous. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, you buy these more expensive juices when you could just juice it yourself. Cost per calorie is
here's Jordan
so low.
Out here looking for hypocrisy in the nooks and crannies of my life. Let me remind you that my point on the mini Oreos was that they actually are a better play because even though they're more expensive, they portion control for you and prevent you from standing there and eating an entire sleeve of Oreos.
Yeah, no, it was overruled. I get it. I was just talking about the juicer because I didn't even know you had a juicer until last week when you told me you had one.
I would be curious on the price difference because a 32-ounce bottle of beet juice is $8.99, and I wonder what the cost in beets to produce 32 ounces of beet juice would be. Like it has to be reasonably close, and our juicer is not easy to clean.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's put away. So take it out, use it, clean it.
How long do you think from initiating the first juice to finishing cleaning the juicer? How long do you think that process takes?
I haven't even used our current juicer.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I had a juicer when I was living in New York, and I don't know, at least 10 minutes, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I thought you were going to say like an hour. Yeah, no, it's from when I from when I start taking the stuff out of the fridge to when I'm done cleaning it and like I'm just enjoying the juice, it's about 20 minutes. It's like cooking a meal.
So I have a great transition here because what we're talking about is how you value your time and then potentially spending money to save time or enjoying what you're doing. If you're like into the process of juicing and combining different ingredients, it's almost like the hobby of cooking in a way.
Yeah.
What I did yesterday was one of the dumber things that I've ever done.
Really? Did you tell me or no?
No. Pod. I say for the pod. I spent at least 4 hours, maybe 5, but it was definitely 4 hours building a dresser.
No way. For your daughter?
No, for our guest room.
Yeah, that you should have hired that out.
Absolutely. There were actually, I think, about 400 screws.
Oh my gosh.
There had to be 100 pieces of wood in this thing, right? Because you build every single drawer. You build
Did you get it
the
from
whole
IKEA?
thing. No, TikTok shop. Apparently, it's a nice dresser. I gotta say, like, I'm pretty happy with the result, but unbelievably time consuming and so boneheaded of me because, like, the way that I think about things is you have a life hourly. There's an opportunity cost. If I can pay someone $30 or $40 or $50 an hour to do work for me, and then I can earn at a greater rate than that, then I should be doing that. But for some reason, the competitive, like the weirdly competitive side about stupid things, part of me was like,
That's why you did it?
That's why I did it.
Oh, interesting. You're like, I could do it. I'm a man.
Yeah, that's exactly why I did it.
Really? That's so
not
funny.
I'm a man, but just I can build a dresser.
At what point in the process did you realize?
Immediately. Once I took everything out and I opened the instructions, I was like, this is going to be a big task.
You were like, was any part of you like, you know what? We'll hire someone.
Yeah, 20%. I walked downstairs, took a few deep breaths, went outside, let the sun hit my face, and then I was like, it's go time. I'm building this dresser.
Did you
Never
have caffeine?
Again. Yeah, but not an excessive amount.
Man, that's impressive.
I don't think it is. I think it's stupid. I think what it is stupid.
Did it come out good? Like you did a good job putting it together?
Yeah. Yeah, I did a good job. But it was still dumb. It was not the right decision.
Yeah. Yeah. What would you have done? Let's say alternate reality. You hire someone else to do it. What do? Answer emails?
Well, that's the thing. I'm not really in growth mode, and I had completed my work. So that's actually the paradox. What would I have done? I definitely would have got some steps in. I would have hung out with my daughter.
Yeah, that would have been worth the daughter time.
Yeah, which, by the way,
you have a lot of.
Yeah, I work from home and I'm not in growth mode. So
you're a very present father. Yeah.
As are you.
It's not a competition.
Everything's a competition. I don't actually believe that, but some people do.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, I was going to say something else about it. But anyway.
I got something for you.
Okay.
So we're sitting right here. Let's pretend I DoorDash McDonald's French fries to you. They just magically show up and you want to eat one with ketchup right now. How are you going to do it?
How am I going to eat my McDonald's French fries?
Mm-hmm. With ketchup.
So I don't use ketchup.
That's too bad. This is an alternate universe where you're going to use ketchup. How would you use ketchup?
I hate ketchup. What I would put it on if I was going to, and historically when I was younger and I did use ketchup, I would put it on like a plate or whatever next to me.
No plate. No plate.
No plate.
DoorDash doesn't come with a plate. It just comes straight to your office.
I can't use a plate in my kitchen?
You're not in your kitchen. You're in your office and the fries come straight to your office. There's no plate. You have a McDonald's bag, one flimsy little napkin, and a small French fries.
I put it on the bag.
Disgusting. The bag that the DoorDash employee was just carrying?
Yeah. Trying to build up my immune system.
Okay, good. That makes me feel better. So me and everyone who agrees that the single fry application is the correct play from the Instagram reel you uploaded are correct.
I had some people message me saying they do the same thing. Shout out Mindy Tunnel. Mindy said
Let's go, Mindy.
She does the exact same thing.
I mean, if I had a plate, you put it on the plate. A rookie move, which is where I thought you were going to go with this, was going to be to put it on the napkin because ketchup seeps through the napkin and then you have like ketchup residue on your desk.
That's why I chose
disgusting.
the bag.
Honestly, I think eating off of the, bless their heart, the DoorDash employees like
you can put it on the inside of the bag.
Who knows where that's been? Like It's been sitting in McDonald's in the back room.
I'm going to go back on that. I'll put on the outside of the bag. I want all of their germs. I'm trying to build up my immune system. That's why I'm having this ginger, dude.
I'm going on 3.5 years of not getting sick.
That's true. All right. Maybe it is that single fry methodology. That's the play. Maybe that's why you haven't gotten sick.
But the thing is, I don't actually do that. But in that circumstance,
I don't actually.
You know why I was annoyed? You know why I was annoyed? Because the point I was making in the reel is so much better than where
caption?
You took it. Yeah. Yeah.
That's why you were upset?
No. I'll blame David too. I'll blame David on the editing. He cut it off after you said that. So just kidding, David. We love you, David. In a situation like that, there's no other way to apply ketchup to a French fry. The outside of the McDonald's bag is not an option. It's just not a realistic option.
100%. I mean, listen, we're not going to harp on this, but I would do it. I would squirt it in my mouth before I put it on the single fry.
I think squirting it in your mouth is actually like a close 2, not even 2. I would say 1A, 1B. I think single fry application and like put a little in your mouth and then eat a fry.
Yeah.
That might be hey, Jordan and I compromising. This is what we need more in America. We need people who can compromise.
We need more difficult discussions like this, man.
Yes.
You need to be willing to disagree.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, dude, I got something.
Please.
I made a post about this last night because it was crazy. And the reason I made this post is because I saw someone make a post about it like a year ago, and it might have saved me tremendously.
Okay.
So, we ordered from Amazon, got some Amazon packages, and my wife ordered, we needed like a water filter for our freezer. And she ordered an off-brand one off of Amazon that was cheaper and whatever. So she orders the off-brand one. It comes in, and inside the package was something that we didn't order. And it looked like, I have a picture of it. It looked like there were like 8 little dots, almost in the shape of like your a thumbprint, right? And they were just little yellow dots. And then there was a card that came with it. And the card said, I want to get exactly right. The card said, "This product is transparency enabled. Transparency enables you to verify authenticity and learn more about this product." And on the other side, there's a QR code. Scan the QR code to learn how to use this product. Now, I don't understand what this product is. I don't know what it is. I asked my wife, I'm like, what's this? And she's like, I have no idea. And I'm about to scan the QR code to learn how to use this product. And then something goes off in my brain from like a year ago where it was like, don't do this. Don't scan the QR code because this is a scam that people can run. It's a phishing scam. So I took a picture of the card and the little dots. I uploaded it to Grok. And I was like, is this a scam? And Grok was like, asked me some questions, but I was like, I didn't order this. It's not part of this thing. And Grok analyzed what it said. It was like, based on what it says, based on the email it provided, based on the website, this is almost certainly a phishing scam where they want you to scan the QR code, because in the same way they have phishing scams via text message where like they want you to tap the link and then they can get access to stuff. Mm-hmm. If you scan the QR code, I will say, Grok said it's usually not once you scan the QR code. Once they scan the QR code, then they'll say like, hey, put in your username and password or something. Yeah. Fill this out. But Grok said they are getting better. And I posted about this yesterday. I had a number of people who work in cyber intelligence and fraud schemes and blah, blah, blah. And they were like, they're getting better and better and better. So there might be ways for just you scan the QR code and they get access to your shit. But Grok was like, yeah, that's a scam. Do not scan the QR code. Do not give them any information. And it literally came in my Amazon package. And Grok was saying it's most likely because you bought an off-brand one that probably shipped from overseas. And it was a cheaper air filter or cheaper water filter. Mm. So they probably do that. They put these things in there. It's little plastic dots, like little dots. It must cost them nothing to make them. Mm-hmm. And then they can slip that into a package and then hope that they can get a better ROI by people who are going to be putting in their information.
Dirty. That's
Yeah.
dirty.
Yeah.
They are getting better and better. Because you're not suspecting it when it comes in something that you ordered.
At all.
Like, I ordered this, it's got to be legit. Wow.
I got a bunch of stories from either people who work in these fraud departments or cybersecurity, and some people were saying that they've seen where instead of putting in like something like that, they've put in like a USB, like a stick, and people put it in their computer. Like, oh, what's on this? They put in their computer, boom, immediately have access to that stuff. One woman who works in cybersecurity was saying they've been doing these things where they have AI deepfakes, where they will call, like, for example, you could get a phone call and it will literally say it's coming from your wife.
Dude, I was gonna tell you, they almost got like my family with this.
Really?
My dad got a phone call in the middle of the night from my sister. Like,
no way.
On his phone, it was my sister. And it was a man who said that they had kidnapped my sister.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm.
You didn't tell me this.
Yeah. This was
when
probably,
was this?
Maybe like a year ago.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it was unbelievably intense. But basically, the guy on the phone like said some horrific things of what he was gonna do and like wire me the money and da 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 da. And my mom was like, something felt off, and she just kept calling my sister and then calling my sister's fiance and like calling, and I'm like, because it's 2:00 in the morning,
right?
And then finally, my sister's fiance woke up, and he's like, "She's laying right here next to me. She's fine. She's in bed."
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Did the guy have her voice? Was your dad like, "Let me talk to her," or like?
No.
Okay, because what I heard is that they have these AI deepfakes where they can make it sound exactly like your sister or whomever.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Which would be even crazier. But that's horrifying.
Yeah. Yeah, I would imagine they could only make it sound like her if she had put a decent amount of content publicly on the internet.
Correct. Yeah.
Like, this is, if I didn't have a business, first of all, I don't think I'd have any social media, but if I did, it would absolutely be private.
Agreed.
Yeah, the scams are getting
so good.
Yeah, scary too.
Yeah.
I saw a tweet that might be slightly beneficial to people who are like me, and is going to be unbelievably obvious to a lot of people, including you.
Okay.
You ready for this?
Oh, I'm ready.
It was along the lines of, conversation isn't for exchanging information. It's about relationship.
Okay.
So when you're in any conversation, don't think about the information that you're exchanging. Think about the relationship you're building with the person who you're talking to.
What did this make you think of when you read this? Like, where did your brain go?
The number of times where someone says something that I know to be factually incorrect. And it's like, I would want to be told like, hey, this is actually like this.
Mm-hmm.
And I would do that to not everyone, but in certain contexts I would. And thinking about conversations as building relationships, and just like with certain people, letting them be incorrect.
Mm-hmm.
It almost makes me want to have more conversations that are seeking honesty rather than just
relationships.
Yeah.
Because if the relationship is built on a foundation of I can't say the truth, then what kind of a relationship is it really?
Absolutely.
So there's definitely a balance there. It really depends what your goal is with the relationship. It sort of goes to the phrase, the customer is always right, which I think is horseshit. The customer is obviously not always right. But then what I saw that phrase turn into was, the customer is always right. The customer is only right if you care about that customer's business.
Mm-hmm.
But and I used to think that, and I was like, well, that's not even true either, because a great customer will want you to tell them when they're wrong. I think it's less about what you say and more about how it's said. So I think it can be a good balance of both, where it's like, hey, we want to have a truthful, honest relationship that we're building, and I'm going to say it in a way that doesn't make you feel like a piece of shit and doesn't prop me up to put me on a pedestal to make it seem like I'm better than you.
Yeah, especially in a fitness coaching relationship, because that's a different dynamic than selling, an Xbox to somebody. Like, there are different levels of customer/client, and the importance of honesty is obviously paramount in a coaching relationship.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, truth. Here's what I think. Truth is among the most important. And the reason I use the word among, it's deliberate, trying to channel my inner JP with the very deliberate word choice here. Because if truth was the most important and the only thing that mattered, then it wouldn't matter how you delivered the truth. But the delivery method will influence whether or not they accept it. It will influence their reaction to it. And so if you don't just want them to hear the truth, but you want them to believe the truth and understand the truth and be willing to accept the truth, well, now your delivery method is equally important, because if you deliver the truth in a shitty delivery method, then oftentimes they'll go the exact opposite way. So it doesn't even matter that you deliver the truth, because they're not going to change anyway. If you actually want them to change as a result of the truth, the delivery method becomes equally important.
Reminds me of, I think this was a public conversation on a podcast you had with Mike Matthews about the flag football.
Oh yeah,
thing.
I don't know if that was that public. I know we spoke about it.
It may not have been.
We recorded for like 30 minutes before we started, but we spoke for 30 minutes before we started recording. I don't remember. Oh, I think that part was recorded though.
I thought I remembered listening to it on the podcast.
Yeah.
And he was just like, disagree, which I can relate to, because it's like, I'm telling you the truth. It's not my job to persuade you, other random parent. Like, I'm giving you the answer right here. If you don't want to take it, don't take it, which is the default of many, myself included.
He was just in this text thread with a group of parents. I think it was related to like their kids' sports teams and what they were doing. And one of the parents was like, we shouldn't do this, X, Y, and Z. And he just goes, disagree. Rather than doing like a little compliment sandwich, being like, totally see where you're coming from, makes total sense. Here's my perspective. I appreciate you. Like, and he just jaded so hard. Disagree.
Which makes total sense, because in many conversations that I've had with him over the years, they are like very grounded in what is true. Yeah. Like he doesn't have a problem making me feel uncomfortable by poking or like digging deeper or asking questions, which I appreciate.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the tweet made me realize like most people don't want to be corrected.
Definitely not. Definitely. I don't know why this keeps coming up in my head, and this might be completely irrelevant, but it makes me think about if you have something in your teeth and you're out and you're with someone I
tell anyone.
You tell anybody, no matter how close you are with them. Like, you could have just met, hey buddy, you got some shit in your teeth.
I would, the delivery method
matters. Delivery method, right? What would you say? Like someone you just met, you're at an event.
Is it like big and obvious?
It's like a little green. They got a little.
Yeah, but is it little? Green. Like, is it bare? Is it back here and like just barely?
No, like it's in the front tooth,
like right there. Yeah. Hey man, you got some spinach right here. There you go. Got it out.
So that the last part was a big part of it. Oh, there you go. Pat him on the back, pat him on the shoulder. Got it out. Good job.
I care. I actually don't know where exactly it comes from, but it's a fundamental, like, I think it's actually a feeling more than like logical or reasoned out that is the right thing to do. I don't care if like he kills the messenger and like then we have he like views me awkwardly because I called him out on this. I'm not going to let some guy go through this whole event with spinach between his teeth and have no one tell him. And then he gets back to his hotel room 3 hours later and he's like, what is this? I would want to be told.
Because you'd want to be told. You would want to be told that. Yeah.
Everyone would want to be told that.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I think I would approach. I'd be like, hey, listen, I'm only saying this because I know if it was me, I'd want someone to tell me, you've got something in your teeth. You might want to go take it out.
You focus on the delivery method. I can't be bothered.
Hey, fix your teeth.
And there's like economy of words and time and introversion. Like, I don't want to spend 3 paragraphs like making him feel good about the tooth
Would you
thing.
ever just not say a word? Would you just like do like this and like, hey, like point to your teeth as though like
it's not really my style.
Yeah, you'd say, hey, you got something in your teeth.
I think so.
Yeah.
Where are you at in terms of
leaving social media?
Over under on how much time you have left on social media?
Dude, I'm so close to just piecing out.
Have you tried
not my podcast. I like this podcast, my podcast, like I love them and I will do them. You know what the biggest issue is that the Instagram is still a huge driver to the podcast.
Have you gone in and thought, okay, if I stop doing X and reduce that driving to the podcast, and let's say it still can grow just more slowly, and maybe that means growth slows or like revenue starts to decline, have you tried to work out, can that work?
Are you asking if I'm making a budget perspective?
Not even a budget, but just, I know you had said last week that you asked James if he still gets signups for stuff even though he's not posting as frequently. And he said yes, but it's slower than it was.
He says it's way down. Yeah, he said it's way down.
All right.
And he's focusing on he has other businesses now. So like he has his energy drink or drink with Chris Williamson, New Tonic, and he has his business stuff which he's running ads towards. Like I get his ads for his business thing all the time. So I think he's just focusing on other things, and I think he's more relying on ads rather than organic content.
So realistically, you are not close to stopping social media.
I'm definitely not as close as I would like, because if it was as close as I would like, I would leave today. Yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I would have been gone.
Mm-hmm.
Gone. Out. Done.
It might ebb and flow. It might become enjoyable.
Doubt it. I have to say, I love and enjoy speaking with people who are kind and we have wonderful conversations. Like I like that, and I love being able to help people. It's a lot of the dumb drama and a lot of the dude. I had someone yesterday. I can't make this up. I took a screenshot of it. So I reposted a video of mine that did really well about all the different waters. Like, don't drink tap water, don't drink cold water, don't drink plastic water.
I remember that.
So I reposted it.
Okay.
Because it did really well. People thought it was funny. So I reposted it, and I had someone who left a comment, and this isn't a random person. This is a person who I've interacted with a lot, who left a comment saying, to the effect of, and I have a screenshot of it, to the effect of, and someone else left a comment being like, the plastic bottles are bad, like they reduce sperm count or something, as you're drinking from a plastic bottle. I love it. They reduce sperm count. And then this woman goes in and she says, I really hope that's true because I cringe every time he talks about having more kids. Basically saying she hopes that I drink from plastic bottles and that it reduces my sperm count so I can't continue to have more kids. And I screenshotted it.
That's a wild thing to say to anyone.
I screenshotted it. I sent it to her. And I was like, I get a lot of crazy, weird messages. This is without question one of the most gross things I've ever seen someone say online. And then she unfollowed me. And we've had a lot of all positive interaction for that. She's even commented on videos of my kids being like, oh, they're so adorable, da da da. Like, and then to say, I was like, this is absolutely disgusting for you to think that like this would be something. The fact that you even have that thought is worrisome, period. The fact that went into your brain as a thought, but then to post it publicly is so wild.
Yeah.
So it's not the content creation. It's not the being able to help people. I love all that stuff. It's the shit like that where I'm like,
yeah, of course.
What the fuck?
I think most people understand that. Like,
yeah,
the crazy drama,
but I don't think most people
hate.
know that stuff happens. Like, I don't think most people comprehend, because especially if someone who loves and supports your work follows you, I don't think they're a normal person. They're not thinking, no one would say something like that. That's crazy. But then when you're getting these messages on a daily basis, you're like, oh my gosh, dude.
Yeah.
People are out of their fucking minds.
I think a lot of people might not, but people spend a lot of time on the internet and know that if you have a big audience, you're getting a lot of weird, unhinged stuff. What do you think caused that person to do a 180?
So we were talking, or she was messaging me back. She was like, well, I meant it from like an environmental perspective, like having kids is horrible for the environment. And I was like, that's
got it. And now I know exactly. So her cringing at you having more kids wasn't necessarily a direct attack on you. It's that we are overpopulating the earth. It's bad for the environment.
Said that. She was like, we have to fight overpopulation.
Oh my gosh. I almost wish she just like, I'm not even gonna say it, but that's an unhinged reason to say something like that.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
It was like one of the most gross things someone could have said. But then like, it's one thing to say we need to fight overpopulation. It's another thing to say, I hope his sperm count is like, I hope you have physical negative side effects from this. To wish that on someone is psychotic.
I think the internet is definitely, this word is overused, but radicalizing / polarizing people in a real way.
Yeah. Agreed. A bad way.
Yeah.
So ideally I'd be gone immediately.
Yeah. We have a population decline problem, by the way. We don't have an overpopulation problem.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
We have a population. Yes. Especially here in the United States.
In a ton of Western countries. I mean, if immigration, obviously, you can't just look at
birth rate.
Population.
Birth rate.
Right. But how do you break birth rate? Yeah. And some Eastern countries. I'm pretty sure like China and Japan have real birth rate issues.
Because they were trying to stop it for a while.
China
and then they now they're trying to incentivize it, where I'm pretty sure the government is sending text messages being like, hey, like, make sure you're having more kids.
Are they?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Listen, that's what I heard. Maybe I've been misled.
Yeah,
but I saw some news stories about it, and
I've seen people float ideas for government incentives for having more kids.
I just Googled, is China trying to incentivize having kids? AI overview. Yes, China is actively trying to incentivize having more children by implementing nationwide financial subsidies such as 3,600 yen. It's YUAN, $500 annual payment per child until age 3, and has experimented with local cash bonuses, tax breaks, and extended leave policies. They're trying to pay people to have more kids.
Yeah. And look, by the way, we don't need to debate the overpopulation, underpopulation as two personal trainers sitting here. But what I will say with certainty is, even if your position is that having more kids is bad for the environment, et cetera, we're fighting overpopulation, to phrase it like that and to direct it at you in a comment is wild, or to direct it at any individual in a comment. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it even hit, if it was someone who didn't follow me or someone who I've had really negative experiences with, I think it would matter less, because I'm like, oh, that's just like
hits way harder.
But for someone who's like replied to stories of my kids and said, oh, they're so beautiful, and like who's been otherwise very kind in every interaction, that hit in a way I was like, oh man, even the people who supposedly are kind and supportive, like, you don't know what they're fucking thinking or doing.
Or that's interesting. That's where your mind goes, because I just assumed that person's perspective and beliefs changed since they were saying the nice things to you over the years.
Even recently, though, as recently as within the last couple of weeks.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you. If you see someone who you like helped in the DMs going back nearly a decade, and then they do something like that or unfollow, or what, it's like, yeah. Look, there's pros and cons, right?
Pros and cons. And I think the pros outweigh the cons. And they historically, for me, the pros have massively outweighed the cons. Now it's just getting to a point where it's like, maybe I don't need the pros that I've historically needed before as much. But I mean, I still do. But hopefully one day soon.
I think we actually have an audience question that follows up nicely here.
Wow.
Hi, Mike and Jordan. Look forward to listening to your podcast every Tuesday. I'm going to paraphrase a little bit. Only found your podcast a year ago. I wish I found it sooner. I'm hoping to join the mentorship soon. I've been an in-person trainer for 10 years, started dabbling in online training in 2021. I enjoy in-person coaching. Most of my clients have been working with me for 3 to 7 years. I like having the in-person interactions, develop good relationships with them. I do 10 to 15 hours a week in person. My online business has always been slow. My retention rate is very high. Most clients stay with me for 1 to 2 years online, at least. I know I have a good system in place, but I struggle to get new clients in. I do not post consistently on social media. I go through phases of posting, but I can never keep consistent. I do know the only way to grow my online business is be more present online / post more. My struggle is I do have a good base and make decently consistent money, but have never been able to push past my current stage. So number one, can you guys see other ways to grow an online business without posting consistently on social media? And number two, I will admit I could be doing more and working harder to bring more business in. I find a lot of the advice, you know what, let's answer the first one first. Ways to grow an online business without posting consistently on social media.
In other words, well, so first I'll say thank you for your support. Really glad you love the podcast. Super excited to have you in the mentorship. We're going to rephrase the question, which is, are there ways to grow online without posting online? Is essentially what the question is. Now, there are ways to do it. But if we outline the main benefits of online, of posting online, is that you have the ability and the opportunity to reach significantly more people with significantly less effort. And what I mean by effort, effort needs to be sort of quantified here, because a great video on Instagram could take many, many hours. So it's still a lot of effort, but that one video could reach tens, hundreds, thousands of people, which could then lead to completely change your business. Whereas you could build an amazing online business from in-person coaching. You can do that, but that takes a lot longer, and it's a 1-by-1 person game. You could do guerrilla. You could go door to door. You could literally go door to door in the city, the neighborhood, and like door to door marketing is arguably the most difficult. Door to door sales, it's like arguably the most difficult form of sales ever, because the only thing that I think would be more difficult would probably be cold calling people, because it's a little bit more challenging for people to slam the door in your face. Cold calling people, it's just, why are you calling my house? Do I call you at this time? Da, da, da. Like that's so I think that's probably more difficult. But you could do that. You could cold call. You could go door to door. You could go. I mean, another great way to build an online business would be this. I used to do this pretty frequently. Is I would go to a gym, not one that I worked at, but I would go to a public gym and I would work out at a public gym. And I knew that based on my strength levels and how I was perceived in the gym, people would come up to me and ask, how am I doing what I'm doing? And then I'd be like, I do online coaching. And I would get clients from that. But also, like, it wouldn't happen every time I go to the gym. And sometimes I would be there and no one would say anything. But after going to that gym 7 to 12 times and they saw me deadlift, and they saw me squat, and then eventually making eye contact, they would eventually come up to me and be like, I've seen you lift a bunch of times. Like, how do you do that? So thinking about total time and effort and energy to get that one client is significantly more than fucking posting on social media.
The internet is a lever. In that situation, are being seen doing something impressive by 17 people.
Yeah.
Right? If you do something impressive in a video, thousands or tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of people can see that one video.
Yeah.
The advantage of the in-person approach is, one, you don't have to have the cons of social media that we've been talking
Correct.
about for a lot of this episode. The
Yep.
other one is you can build more depth, right? You're face to face, you're having a conversation with someone. So you have that opportunity, but like you said, it takes a lot more time to build online without being present online.
Yeah. And even to the point of online, like you were saying, thousands and tens of thousands, like even if you get 50 people to watch a video of you, like 50 people are, oh, I've only got 50 views. Could you imagine 50 people standing around watching you lift? Like you'd shit yourself. You'd be like, this is really awkward. This is really difficult. And you feel like you have to perform. You have 50 people who consistently are impressed by what you're posting online and then eventually want to work with you. I mean, you've got a great online business. That's a 6-figure online business, 50 clients.
Yep.
Now, the cool part is you don't have to be posting every day, multiple times a day, spending 8 hours a day on social media in order to make this work, but you've got to have some level of consistency. It's the exact same thing with fitness, right? It's like you don't have to track every single calorie. You don't have to get 15,000 steps every day. You don't have to be taking all the supplements. You don't have to be at 6% body fat. You don't have to do that. But if you want to be relatively athletic and relatively strong and relatively healthy, you've got to at least pay a little bit of attention to your nutrition. You've got to go to the gym a few times a week. You've got to progressively overload a little bit. You got to put in some effort. And so it's the exact same thing with social media. Like if you could show up 3 days a week of really good effort, not like just if someone goes to the gym and they just treat it like I'm checking the box. Yes, it's better than nothing. We all agree that's better than nothing. Congratulations, you're going to the gym. But if you want to actually make legitimate progress, you have to work hard. So if you did 3 days a week of a really high quality post where you spend several hours putting it together, and by the way, it doesn't have to be done in one day. 3 days a week, you could make a really good video over the course of a couple days. But 3 days a week of a really high quality video would absolutely, over the long term, help grow your online business.
I'm going to read the second one here. I will admit I could be doing more and working harder to bring in more business. I find a lot of the advice online is typically geared towards men and saying they should work hard to provide for their families, etc. I am a woman, no kids, but I am engaged and my fiance is extremely successful. So money is not a huge factor for me. I still want to grow my business and make it successful because I enjoy it, and making my own money is a good feeling. What tips would you give someone like me? Thank you both for all you do. Kirsty.
Thank you, Kirsty. I also love how objective she is, and like, yeah, I could be working harder. And you and I have spoken about this a lot, and I think we spoke about this in the last Q&A we did in the mentorship last week. Like, if money's not a real issue and you don't got that fire under your ass, it's much easier to be like, nah. Listen, think of it this way. If money wasn't an issue and finances were not a problem for me in any way, shape, or form, I wouldn't be on social media. If my finances were set, if I was at my financial goals, gone. I wouldn't be on Instagram. I would still do my podcast because I love it. I would still be in the inner circle. I would still be in the mentorship. Gone off social media. Deleted, erased, sayonara, see you later, never, right? I'd be out. So if money isn't an issue, it's a gift and a curse because money's not an issue. What an incredible blessing. And also the curse is now you've got to find something else to light that fire if you can. The people that I've found who tend, not always, but tend to be the most savages in like really finding that motivation with whatever it is, whether it's business, with fitness, whatever, there's a level of fear. They've got this fire under them that's pushing them to keep doing this. There's something there, and you need to find what that is. And maybe it's just, I want to help as many people as possible. Great. But if that's not enough for you, then you've got to find another. This is why I think fear is such a great motivator, because fear will often push people to do this stuff.
I'm with you operating from the perspective of how do I get myself to make a big business, to build this online business, to make more money? I would ask yourself why you want to have an online business that makes a lot of money, given the fact that you don't like being online and you don't need money.
That's a great question.
And by the way, I can completely relate, because every which way we turn our heads in person and online, it's keeping up with the Joneses. It's this house, it's this car, it's this Gucci bag, it's this brand, it's eat at this restaurant, it's go on this vacation, it's do this. We have a very high spend, like materialistic world of consumption beyond what we need, like our basic needs. And that drives people to want to have more money, and people who don't need more. That's worth analyzing. Yeah, I don't have a great answer, or maybe I do, and it's just not the answer you want to hear, Kirsty. If I was in your position, I would continue to coach people in person. You enjoy it and you like the relationships you're building. I would continue to coach people online. It's going really well in terms of retention.
Your retention is amazing.
And slowly build without being on social media, because it's either that or it's create a fake fire. It's either that or like you're Michael Jordan, after a game, you pretend that the opponent said something he didn't to put yourself in this angry mindset so you can perform the next game. Why do you do that? There's a reason people who played against Jordan say he was unhinged and like a maniac and a psychopath, right? Like you don't get to the top. They're incredible. They're very entertaining. However, I don't think I would have wanted to be him.
Oh, yeah, no.
And for basically all of my life, I wouldn't have said that. But there's... Yeah.
You're a dad now.
Yeah.
You don't want to be that as a dad.
Even prior to that, though, like...
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, the last... Dude, I haven't posted consistently in years. Like...
Yeah, maybe it's, but you're also, you're so family focused. Like you live where you live because your family is there. Like, so maybe it's not even just the dad. It's maybe just like you're a family man.
It's that I had a taste of it. It's that I lived in an unnecessarily nice apartment. It's that I got recognized walking down the streets of Manhattan. It's that like, and what, 1% of it, 0.5% of it, like just a taste of it. But it was like, okay, I thought this was going to make me feel some type of way, and it doesn't. And so, like, more and more and more isn't going to make me feel that or fill that. Yeah. It's a really good question.
It's really, yeah.
But I would start with, why do I want a bigger online business? And maybe it does justify it, right? I don't, because that might have been a little too judgy. Maybe expensive dinners and like some like nice clothes is something that justifies that you do value and does justify spending time making content, even though you don't want to, so you can have more disposable income, so you can have those nice things. Like, I'm not going to make a value judgment on it, but if the outcome of having the bigger business is worth the downside of doing the things to create the bigger business, then go for it. But if the outcome isn't worth it, right, then don't spend your time doing something you don't want to be doing, and continue to help the people who are in front of you. Continue to help the people who have their 10 to 15 hours of in-person sessions every single week, and the ones who are working with you online right now.
Clip that.
I got one you might like.
Okay. I can't wait to hear which one you think I'm going to like.
Hey, Mike and Jordan, I got a question for the pod. Really enjoy your content, by the way. Awesome stuff. Has gym culture changed, or have I? I'm a 33-year-old normal guy. I strength train 3 times a week. We'll add some running, long walks, basketball or tennis, just because I enjoy those things. But don't call me a hybrid athlete. I'm just a normal guy. I've been working out at commercial gyms for 14 years. Back in the day, I would watch the latest Steve Cook Soldier Nation video.
Oh, wow.
And hit it hard for 90 minutes and keep to myself. The more I look around my commercial gym these days, I see tons of high school kids in their pajama pants and stringers making loud, obnoxious noises with no respect for those around them. On the other end, it's almost weekly where I have to step out of my way of a female wearing almost nothing who's taking a gym selfie in the mirror right by the dumbbells. The more I look around, the more I see that I'm the person who's not like everyone else. And I kind of love it. Is it me who's changed or is it the culture? Thanks, guys. Hope my question made sense.
You're right. I love this one. Dude, yeah, you're just getting older. We're changing, I think. We've changed.
Yeah. And I would have said, like 2 or 3 years ago, I think I would have said the culture's changing. Like people are becoming, I don't even know the word I would have used, but I would have said that the culture is changing. I now disagree. If you rewatch any movies from like between 2000 and 2008, like they were overtly sexual.
Yeah.
They were like,
yeah,
like it is you individual who has changed, not the culture who has changed.
you're maturing. You're like 100%. I feel the exact same way where I'm like, my wife and I talk, like we're just old. And I know we're only 34, but we're old. We're older curmudgeons now. And we're like, why are you dressed like that? Why, like men and women, by the way, like, why are you wearing that? What are you doing? Like, stop. Stop. Why are you doing that? Yeah. You're just getting older and more mature.
There was like stringers have been around for like, basically wife beaters, right? Like a slightly loose, tank like that. Nip comes out on the side. Like I used to wear those in high school.
Did you?
And we'd cut our own stringers. Absolutely. And even I caught a clip on YouTube this morning. It was Ari Gold's last scene in Entourage in season 8, which was very interesting because I kind of forgot his arc in the show, but he was in Italy on vacation with his wife and they were having a great time. They'd come back together, I think, after being separated. And he had come to the conclusion that like family was more important than his job. And he gets a phone call while he's in Italy of the studio head who was basically offering him this unbelievable position to like run everything. And it was this moment of temptation, right? Where he like had put that life behind him and he was with his family now and he's got his wife back, but now he has this giant opportunity. But in the scene, his wife, and I know it was on HBO, but his wife is in this like tiny bikini and then crawls on top of him and the camera is like right behind her butt and she's like arched and like this has been, we have changed.
Yeah.
Because I would have thought like, oh no, the culture is becoming more this way. I don't think so.
I agree. Yeah, I completely agree. I think we're getting older. Our values have changed. What we view as appropriate or inappropriate has changed.
Yeah.
It's 100% on us for sure.
Yeah.
And I try and keep that in mind too, because like, I remember, man, I feel like I'm going to sound so old, but like, I remember being a kid and like, being in those moments and situations, just having fun. Just like it's all from a place of like freedom, fun, enjoyment. And so I don't want to be that older dude who's like, like stop doing this. Like I'm listen, enjoy it. Your kid wants the amount of time that your kid is so small. It's like enjoy it, but also like you can be annoyed about it in your head, but also it's like they're kids. Let them have some fun.
Yeah. 5 16-year-olds in flip-flops standing around a bench like maxing out and one of them's kind of blocking another bench that would be nice to use, but they're having fun.
Yeah.
So I was in one of your books last night, the Tanakh, in the book of Ecclesiastes.
Tanakh.
I don't have the.
You've got it.
Otherwise known as the Old Testament, Ecclesiastes 7:10. This was a bit of wisdom that I had not heard or considered before, but it's real quick. Do not say, why were the old days better than these? For it is not wise to ask such questions. Essentially, and I do this all the time with the 90s, glorifying the 90s, hating on social media, being like, I just want it to be like it was then. I need to chew on this because the why wasn't clear as to why this like nostalgia is bad. Yeah. Yes. But it was interesting because I realized I do it and didn't think there was any harm in it, but I'm going to pay attention to that.
Can you read it again?
Do not say, why were the old days better than these? For it is not wise to ask such questions.
Where does your brain go? Like, what's your gut instinct as to why this wouldn't be wise?
Glorifying the past, leading to not making the most of the present.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost a victim mindset of, well, things weren't how they used to be and they were so good back then, but now everything stinks. Like I'm just in here scrolling on my phone. Hey, guess what, pal? Put your phone down and go outside. There's still grass and sun and beauty in the world to be enjoyed. Just because you have the option to use technology more doesn't mean you have to, or whatever you're glorifying.
Yeah, I think I relate to that, not being able to take advantage or appreciate the moment, because when I hear this, my immediate gut response was the cliche that, you know, every day is a gift. Like and the fact that you're here on this day right now is a gift in and of itself. And the fact that you can't enjoy this gift, this most miraculous present that you woke up this morning. Like there's a prayer in Hebrew. It's called the Modet Ani. You say it every morning when you wake up, basically thanking God for returning your soul into your body. And it's like, for you not to be appreciative and to enjoy or to take advantage of this gift that is today, while looking back on not even necessarily what was, but what you perceive it was in that moment is a disservice to not just you and to those close to you, but also to those who weren't able to get to today for whatever reason.
Well said.
I like that.
That's the episode. We got a mentorship Q&A in 15 minutes. Jordan, do you have anything to say to the people?
No, that's it. This is great. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for listening. Oh, do we have a sale coming up soon?
We do, but we're not gonna shout it out just yet. We're not going to continue to shout it out. We'll leave this in there, David. That was just the natural soft mention just rolled off Jordan's tongue. He's been doing this for years, so it just happens. But yeah, Black Friday sale is on the horizon, so just we'll let you know when it's coming. Keep listening. If you're not on our email list, you can do that in the get the 30 ways to build your online fitness business free guide that we put together in the show notes, in the YouTube description. And yeah, have a great week. We'll see you soon.
See ya.